Mahan Aslam, and today we are here to discuss a very unique plant, mother's best friend, Moringa. Whenever we talk about Moringa, there is a name which comes to our mind, Professor Dr. Shehzad Basra, who is used to talk about Moringa a decade. Dr. Basra is working as a professor in crop physiology at University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, Pakistan, working as a President Moringa for Life Society, Pakistan, and leading alternate crops lab at University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. So here Dr. Shahzad Basra is with us. Sir, welcome.
Thank you.
Sir, my first question to you is, what is the concept of alternate crops?
When I started a job in University of Agriculture of Faisalabad, everybody was working on the traditional crops. Then gradually I came to know that there are a lot of crops which, with passage of time, just vanished away, or some of the crops they are being grown in other parts of the world, and some of these crops they are very good locally, and they are getting popularity due to their certain functions, functional foods, their functional properties, and getting popularity. But still, these were not being introduced in Pakistan. Just in some cash and carry, we can see supermarkets, some imported stuff, but not locally produced. Then it was the theme that why not these crops can be grown in our region, which we claim that we have all type of the climates, all type of a wide range of variability in our soil and climate environment. So we can introduce the crops. So then uh, I developed a lab known as the Alternate Crops Lab, in which we try to introduce some new crops, germplasms from the other part of the world, and some of the crops which were traditionally belonged to native this area, but they were not in the mainframe. So among these, the native ones, we identified Moringa Oleifera, and while the introduced ones, we are working on quinoa, chia, amaranth, buckwheat, teff, and many others in pipeline.
Which means you import the germplasm of these crops from foreign countries.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically these are imported from the reliable, the resource centers and the germplasm centers.
As our today's main topic is Moringa, so why this plant was your first priority for research?
I was working on biostimulants, the natural crop growth enhancers. I came to know that moringa is rich in cytokinin. The type of the cytokinin in moringa is zeatin,
Certain.
which is very well known for its as a growth enhancing properties,
Right.
because it's a plant growth substance.
Right.
So this was my first introduction. Then when I started working on it during my postdoctoral stay at the University of California, Riverside, then I introduced with this plant. I started exploring this plant. It was astonishing for me that this amazing plant it belongs to my area.
Right.
So then I decided that it should be targeted, and then I started working on it on different aspects.
Right. Can this plant be used as a nutritional and health supplement?
This is what moringa is famous for, because the literature says that perhaps it is the most nutritional and the perhaps the maximum medicinal values than all other plants known are being under study. Moringa is rich in all the nutrients, all the vitamins, all the phenolic compounds,
Right.
and even the basic like need of proteins and minerals. It's known as a factory of minerals and vitamins which are needed by a human being. To date, 98 the compounds which are required by a human being, they have been identified, and they are in very good available quality and high concentration in moringa. So it means that using moringa mean that it can be a very good supplement so that all the nutritional deficiencies and requirements can be met from a single plant. So that's
Amazing.
why it's known as a miracle plant. That's why it's known as the plant which is the best choice of the mother. Uh, uh, so this is what it's known for. So it is known that if moringa is added in your food or as a nutritional supplement, you are perhaps very near to the balanced food.
Oh, so it's amazing. How a small farmer can get benefits from this plant?
Moringa actually can be introduced as farm forestry, not only for commercial basis, but even the small farmers. They should grow moringa. And if moringa is available in any small farms, moringa can be used as fodder. Moringa can be used as fresh fodder. Moringa can be used to prepare dry powder to feed the animals for their poultry, and also as a fresh salad and health supplement for the whole family, because it has such an amazing properties of medicinal value that everybody, every human, every animal who starts using moringa uh, is has better immune system and has better fights against the major diseases, and even many of the diseases are cured. And secondly, when moringa is at your farm, moringa leaf extract can be used as an excellent biostimulant. And the literature says, and this is my prime work, that when moringa fully replication, its leaf extract is used, you can easily increase the crop growth and productivity. And finally, you can harvest 15 to 40% more yield.
15 to 40%.
Yes, and this is proven. And we tried on all vegetables, fruits, the cereals, even the grasses, and even the landscape plants available in our university. Uh, everywhere, it not only increases yield, but it induces tolerance against biotic abiotic stresses. When you applied moringa leaf extract on the crops, they have less insect attack, less diseases, because the plants have better oxidative stress fighting capabilities, and the plants then fights better against salinity, drought, heat, even chilling. So we can easily can declare that moringa is perhaps the best biostimulant. We compared with all other biostimulants, growth hormones available in the market, and we have tried different combinations. But using moringa, both as seed treatment and fully replication, is excellent, is better than all other available resources.
In Pakistan, we know that a major portion of our population is containing a small farmer's family. How this plant can help to uplift their living standards to spend a healthy life.
Okay, like most of the farmers, they are small holding, 4, 5 acres, 6 acres. So they can easily plant 50 to 100 trees at their farm level. What the farmer can get out of this? Number one, they can feed their animals. It's fresh leaves mixed with the fodder, or they can prepare its powder and daily 100 gram of moringa leaf dry powder mixed with its food. It can easily can increase 3 to 4 liters of milk per animal per day. This is enormous benefit. And secondly, the quality of milk and animal will be much better. The health of the animals will be much better, because most of the farmers, the small farmers, they depend upon their livestock. Secondly, they also usually have like sheep and goats. So they can use moringa to increase their milk and also for the fattening purpose. So that usually they use whenever they need, they sell their animals and they get money for their household uses like that. Secondly, Moringa leaf extract, only 4 kilogram of the leaves, they are crushed and they mix with water and they are sprayed on a crop. So this is wonderful biostimulant. By simply applying moringa leaf extract on crops, they can easily increase 15 to 40% their yield, and they have better fight against the different biotic and abiotic stresses. And thirdly, this moringa is available for their family, so they need to use it. They need to use it in their food. They, their health will be better. The small farmers can also prepare moringa leaf powder and they can sell it to the industry. They can sell it to the other farmers so that they can use it for the different purposes, including fodder and feed. Then, on annual basis, one plant can easily yield 1 kilogram of the seed. So, if a farmer has 50 plants, moringa trees on their farm, so it means that easily 50 multiplied by 5,000 rupees. It is enormous benefit for a small farmer.
It's enormous contribution.
Yes, enormous contribution. And this is all happening without taking an inch of his soil. All other crops they are going there. Simply farm forestry 50 to 100 trees. But if he can use in a better way, he has a better linkage with the industry, it can grow on like 1 2 acres. So this is one of the very wonderful contribution which a farmer can make, can increase its uplift of the life by use of the moringa.
So, Dr. Basra, kindly highlight the health benefits of this plant.
Uh, Dr. Fisher from Canada, he once says that all the cells of a human body, they are under transformation. Some of our cells, they are replaced even in few hours, like the lining cells of our stomach, while some other cells like our heart and liver and even brain, they are also transformed, they also changed. The older cells they die and new replaces them even after a year or so. So depending upon the different tissues, every organ of the human body is under transformation.
Right.
So when new cells are formed, new tissues are formed, they need all type of the nutrients, all type of vitamins, all type of the compounds, which are usually deficit in our in our daily food. Our food habits are poor, and even the quality of the food is poor. As a result, this transformation process is very poor. Taking moringa means that you are providing your body all the nutrients, everything required for your body. So, not only this one, but now it's proven that Moringa oleifera can fight against many diseases. Like it has lutein uh, and vitamin A very high. These both compounds help the vision and fights against blindness. Moringa has rich in vitamin C. The literature says it has like 7 times more vitamin C than the citrus.
Seven
So
times more vitamin.
yes, 7 times more vitamin C than citrus. So it means it is the richest source of vitamin C. And you know, vitamin C is not only improves the immune system, but also it fights against the oxidative stress. Then moringa is also rich in some of the amazing flavonoids, like quercetin, like camphorol, like benzyl glucosinolate, neomycin. These compounds have antibacterial, antibiotic properties, and also anti-inflammatory properties. And they very successfully helps to fight against inflammation, cancer, diabetes, blood pressure,
Right.
cholesterol, and the pains. It has a compound known as cyclooxygenase enzyme inhibitor, which helps to reduce that compound which is responsible for inflammation in joints. So Pakistan, one of the country which perhaps has the maximum ratio of the people suffering from osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. So there's very common problem because because of the deficiency of the vitamin D and calcium. So when we take moringa, it has not only cyclooxygenase enzyme inhibitor, but 38 anti-inflammatory compounds have been identified in moringa. And secondly, it's a good source of calcium. When our food is deficit in calcium, bloodstream need calcium. So body starts taking calcium from our bones. As a result, bones become porous, weak, and this results in osteoporosis. So moringa has enormous benefits against. I think majority of the Pakistani population is suffering from diabetes, blood pressure, hepatitis, arthritis, pains, or cholesterol. And moringa is a wonderful choice. And now people, moringa is now known as that moringa is beneficial against these diseases. And this is by the talk of the mouth. And people convince once anybody starts taking moringa, when it is receiving some benefits from these diseases, improved immune system and less tiredness, then everybody's become ambassador of the moringa.
It's mean, Dr. Basra, we can also say that a spoon of moringa powder can keep the doctor away.
I think we should say because many people say that taking moringa is like taking all the vitamins from A to Z. So it's a vitamin factory.
Okay. Dr. Basra, also guide us how we can consume moringa and what should could be its dose and which type can be intake easily and which will form will be more effective.
One interesting feature of moringa is that it's not toxic.
Good.
To me, it's only one compound known as moringanin, which is a flavonoid that's found in the moringa roots. Uh, because in some part of the Pakistan, the moringa roots are being used as pickle. So that has this anti-nutritional factor. Otherwise, there is no anti-nutritional factor or toxic compound available in moringa. Some of the studies even say that a human body can be supplemented with the 50 grams of moringa if it is suffering from malnutrition. But a normal person taking 1 or 2 grams of moringa dry powder or a handful of fresh moringa leaves, they are sufficient. Since moringa is a food, so it can be taken as a large quantity. You can take in your salad, you can add in your shakes, you can add in your drinks, you can cook it in your traditional recipes in the many ways. But like in our part of the world, people usually they are very taste conscious. So as a result, the moringa leaf powder in the form of the capsules or in the form of the tablets, they are more preferred instead of using in the food. But if we can add in our food, this is the best one.
Dr. Misra, as you have said that it has enormous medicinal value, is there any product available related to moringa in market, or is there any potential for pharmaceutical companies in market?
Uh, Traditionally, it was known that it's only folklore. That's only folklore. Traditional medicines used, like in Philippines, it is known that whenever there is a nursing mother, she starts using moringa soup so that she has better nutrition, more milk and better quality milk for the young baby. Similarly, for the animals. But now people have working on it, and many compounds they have been identified. Like a protein has been identified in moringa, which is very similar its functional properties like insulin,
Okay.
that it can helpful in diabetes type 2 diabetes. It's very effective, not proven. Then it has rich in magnesium and potassium, and these two help in reducing hypertension and blood pressure. It has very effective in hyperlipidemia, so lowering cholesterol. It has also a good quality like ALA, alpha linolenic acid, so that they can fight against high cholesterol. So a lot of anti-inflammatory compounds they have been identified, like cyclooxygenase enzyme inhibitor. So now pharmaceutical companies, they are introducing moringa as a whole, like herbal supplement, and also moringa is target compound to isolate and purify the compounds so that they can be marketed.
It's mean we can categorize the moringa as a nutrition, as a medicine, as a growth hormone, and multi-purpose plant.
Yeah, that's right.
And Dr. Basra, what is the origin of this plant? Is there any different cultivars, any different varieties of this plant, and which one is the best for nutrition, for growth hormone, for growth regulator, and for, as well as medicine?
There are 13 different type of moringa species available world over. And among these, Moringa Oleifera is the best one. And this is known as the most nutritional and medicinal value. And this Moringa Oleifera, it belongs to Pakistan. Moringa Oleifera originated from southern part of the Punjab, Pakistan. There's an area known as Saraiki Belt, southern Punjab, where cities like Multan, Bahawalpur, Rahim Yar Khan, this area is the origin of Moringa Oleifera. And from this Moringa spreaded world over. So origin of Moringa is from Pakistan, the southern Punjab. And luckily, Moringa Oleifera is all around here. Uh, Moringa, now many countries they have tried to develop different cultivars of the moringa, like some Indian PKM1, PKM2. These are the hybrid ones, and they are indeterminate behavior. But these suits to the tropical areas like Malaysia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, some Philippines, and the part of the India like Tamil Nadu, Kerala. So this part, this type of the moringa is very good for that part. But original moringa is a determinate crop, is a determinate plant that flowers in winter, and its pods then mature in summer. And it has a lot more potential than the developed hybrids. So their productivity is much more. In a recent survey, 53 different type of the moringa land races have been identified in Pakistan, and all are moringa oleifera. So there's a need to screen these, to select these, so that the best available moringa can be marketed.
Dr. Basra, tell us if this plant is native to Pakistan. Is there research? Is there any type of collaboration between research and industry in Pakistan?
Plant belongs to Pakistan, and is one of the plant which is under research in Pakistan, and like 100 MSc, MPhil, or PhD theses have been produced or in under study.
100 in Pakistan?
At least 100, at least 100.
Okay.
And even 5 Moringa PhD theses, they have been awarded PhD, and many more MPhil. Now, because of this all research and outreach activities of alternate crops, one of the outreach activity success is that industry academia collaboration has been developed. Now, many pharmaceutical companies, they are contacting our lab, and Moringa is now being marketed. To best of my knowledge, 15 different companies, they have launched Moringa products in Pakistan, and they and hundreds of farmers, especially for as a fodder for their animals to increase their milk and for fattening purpose, they are now using Moringa. And the recent success is the livestock department of the Punjab. They have planted moringa in all their 14 livestock farms, at least 2 acres of moringa, so that they can do research and about the dose and optimization and screening of the moringa, how they can use for their animals for increasing milk and for fattening purpose. This is the success. And secondly, Pakistan has also included moringa in a plant for forest development. Now, thousands of acre of moringa is now being cultivated in Pakistan, and there's a strong collaboration of academia with industry has been developed, and now it's going on.
Okay. And Dr. Bushra, apart from the nutritional and these medicinal values, is there any business and trade point of view involved in Moringa?
Yeah, of course. Uh, it can be astonishing to hear that at least 4 billion US dollar Moringa business is there world over.
4 billion
Yeah, 4 billion US dollar Moringa at least
around the globe.
around the globe at least, which is documented, and more.
Pakistan is also contributing.
No, unfortunately not. And 80% or even more than 80% this moringa trade uh, is by India, then by Philippines and some African countries. Some also South American countries like Nicaragua as well. But now Pakistan has realized that this plant belongs to Pakistan, and why not they are getting the world trade their share. Now, as I told you, that thousands of acres of moringa now has been in planning for cultivation, and within a year or so, there will be huge moringa industry coming up, and some of the moringa products they have already been started exporting.
Dr. Basra, my last question to you is how we can grow moringa. Tell us a brief production technology which type of soil can promote its growth.
To me, moringa should be a kitchen gardening or backyard plant in
Every home.
every home, so that people can get benefit from moringa. Uh, for farmer, but there are different technologies. In some part of the Pakistan, moringa can be cultivated from stem cutting. But for on large scale and commercial scale, it's not possible. When you are growing moringa on hundreds and thousands of acres, then you need to grow it from the seed. Or you can grow nursery and then you can plant nursery. The best method is prepare nursery in nursery bags. When the plants are 2 to 3 feet height at least, then you can plant transfer in the field. Uh, if the target is moringa uh, trees for the seed purpose, because one of the biggest world over trade is moringa seed and moringa oil. For that, you need to grow moringa as a tree. For that purpose, 10 feet plant to plant distance and 10 feet row to row distance. This can be adjusted according to your tractor and manual practices. Some people they are growing plant to plant 6 feet and row to row 10 feet, even increasing 12 or 13 feet. So from 400 to 700 plants can be grown in 1 acre, which they start flowering in second year. And very premium, high quality moringa oil can be extracted from these plants. One moringa tree can yield 1 kilogram of very high quality seed. In local market, its price is like 5,000 Pakistani rupees. So it means that if you have 100 plants, you can multiply it easily with the 5,000. It is enormous economy. Secondly, if you want to grow moringa for biomass production for the fodder, for forage, or from human consumption and industrial purpose, then its cultural practices are different. Plant to plant distance 1 feet, row to row distance 2 feet. As a result, we can have more than 20,000 plants in 1 acre. And these plants, when they reach 3 feet, then they are pruned and 3 feet height is maintained. As a result, you can get multi-cut of the leaves. From May to October, you can get 6 to 8 cuttings of moringa. But in winter, its growth is restricted. For a backyard plant, you can grow like from a nursery bag, and after harvesting its pods in May, it's better to heavily prune the tree so that it can be a good shape as well. So on annual basis, you can harvest the pods, and but you can take its leaf on very regular basis.
Thank you very much, Dr. Basra, for being with us and sharing the very interesting information with us. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
So we may came to know that moringa is one of the most nutritional and medicinal plants. This plant is native to Pakistan, but unfortunately, Pakistan is not contributing in world trade as India is contributing a major portion, almost as Dr. Basra said, 80% of its trade. So it was ignored plant, but after a decade of research of alternate crops lab led by Dr. Shehzad Basra, now it has become a most popular plant for the researchers in different research institutions. As Dr. Basra was informing us, government also included this plant to their forest development projects in Pakistan. So we may hope that academia, industry, and especially a common man can get maximum benefits from this simple plant that can be grown everywhere. Thank you very much.